Hi there, it's Peter here again, the guy who hates tomatoes but loves front-end development. Today we will deconstruct the ferdinandhamburg.de website. I received a tip from you, Norman. Hopefully you're watching, Norman. This deconstruction is specifically for you. Okay, we'll have a look at this pretty cool microsite. We'll have a look how the preload animates into the logo. Then we'll look at the scrolling between the sections. And also we'll deconstruct how the menu is revealed. Okay, is it a SVG? Is it not? We'll find out. The preloader starts in the middle of the screen and then animates into the logo and transforms into the shape of the logo, which is quite an interesting effect. There is a loader container which has a logo div inside of it and a link with 3 spans. So the spans inside of the link are what constructs the logo but also constructs the preloader. Okay, so if the page has a class loading, you will see that it has a white background and the logo is now centered in the middle of the page. And also when it's loading, the logo doesn't have the class white, so it's nice black. Okay, so this is the initial state when the page is loading. Okay, the animation itself on these spans is infinite animation of the top offset. The animation itself is this first ani. The duration is 1 second and it's infinite, so it does it all the time until the page is loaded. If we have a closer look at the style sheet, you will see that there are these keyframes with 0, 50 and 100% values for the top offset. And also there is a delay on the second and third element. Okay, so the first one has a animation delay 0.33 and the last one has an animation delay 0.66. That's what makes it going one after the other. Then we'll do 2 things. We'll add a white class to the logo to make it white, and also we'll remove the loading class from the body, which will move it to the left top as was the original position in the style sheet. Okay, as you could see, the first and third element also expanded the height. The height is now 3 from the original 1 m. Okay, so that's how the logo is constructed. So the 3 spans are actually, or 2 spans are changing the height, and all together all 4 spans are creating the edge. Okay, so very cool effect. I think it's very creative to mix up loading animation and logo and merge it into one. The transition between the section happens by setting styles on the page content. So the transform translate 3D is set to -100%, so the Y offset is set to -100% when we're on the second slide, then it goes to 200 when we're on the third slide, and so on. Okay, so each of the sections has a width and height 100%. That's what makes it easy for us to transition the main container of these sections by 100% every time we go to the next and previous. The background image, the background transition on it is happening using CSS transition as well. The transform scale is animating between 1 and 1.2. So the original position, original scale of that background image is 1, and it's animating into the 1.2 over the duration of 10 seconds. The collapsing and expanding of the navigation is using a simple background container of the nav, which has a border radius on it. So if we inspect the section ID nav, there is a nav BG container which has a 50% border radius that makes the edge, that makes it look like it's a rounded SVG, but it is a simple div. So if we change it to 5%, you'll see how the corner of the navigation is actually not as rounded. We can also tweak the duration of the transition to 10 seconds to see it in slow motion. Okay, so that's how it's happening. That's the trick behind the rounded navigation appearing on the screen. There you have it, a simple microsite deconstructed. Hopefully you learned something new about CSS transition and animations. Thanks, Norman, for sending this tip through. I really love to receive tips for deconstructions straight away from you. So thanks for the tweet. And if you have a tip for deconstruction, leave them under the video or hit me up on Twitter @Ihatetomatoes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Happy coding. Bye.